All right, I have one more tutorial drawing we're going to go through for 3D shapes. I'm going to make a mug. Ooh, exciting mug here. Completely blank. So we're going to create. It's going to look like that when you're done. You're going to create a mug. In this one, we're going to use the revolve tool rather than the extrude tool. These two tools are going to make up most of your conversion between 2D and 3D. We won't likely get to these other ones. Although we could do fillets and chamfers. So we're going to start a sketch not on the top like we normally do. We're going to start it on the front because we're revolving it, and it's going to be, we're going to show a profile. Now, when you use a revolve, what you're going to do is you're going to take a drawing of the mug. So, white does not work well. I'm going to get a drawing of the mug and different prop. You're going to get a drawing of the mug, and you're just going to revolve it across the z-axis. So you're going to just draw as if you cut the mug in half and then cut it in half again. Then you're going to spin that around an axis, and it'll give you the entire thing. It'll become more obvious once we draw it. And the background is eating my my props. So we'll just go here. Let's look to the front. All right, so if I was to draw an entire mug, the entire mug would look something like this with a hole cut out. Something like that on the inside. But I only want half of it, so I would draw something that looks effectively looks kind of like this. And that would be my mug. However, I'm not going to, that I didn't measure. So I'm going to do this except with measuring. Now, I'm going to start here. Standard mug, 3 inches wide, 4 inches tall. So we do 1.5. They're going to be 1/4 of an inch thick. I'm going to do another one for the top up here. This is going to be 1/4 of an inch thick. And it's not going to be 4 inches, it's going to be, let me double check that. Is that 4 inches? Yeah, that is 4 inches. Okay. That's going to be, oh, darn it. Escape triangle, escape rectangle. Try that again. That's going to be 3.75. Zoom out a little bit. I'm going to make mine a little bit shorter. I'm going to do 3.5. There we go. And it's a little bit rounded here on the top. So I'm going to use a fillet to round that out. Now, I want to do half the length there when I do the fillet. So I don't want to do 0.25 because that's the whole thing. That's not how mugs work. I'm going to do half of 0.25, which is 0.125. It's an eighth. I'm going to do the same on the other side. There we go. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to fillet this edge here, and this edge here. Make it a little bit more realistic. All right, now that I've got a profile, half of the profile of a mug, I'm going to hit OK. Then I'm going to hit the revolve. It says, what do we want to revolve? Well, I want to revolve this. And I think it's got the whole thing. I believe it's got the whole thing. And revolve axis. Where do I want to revolve it around? I want to revolve it around this line right here. And then, lo and behold, there it is. Let's go look in 3D. Let's make sure it looks like what I want. It looks like a mug without a handle, which we'll have to draw on later. If I say change the revolution axis to here, give me like a weird plate. If I choose revolution axis to here, gives me some other weird thing. It's where I'm spinning it around. If I choose it to here, it should complain. Yeah, it complains. It says I can't do that because you can't cross over itself. If to spin around in a circle, it ends up going through itself. It says no. So let's go there. We've got a mug, most of them. Now we need to get a handle on there. And here's one thing: you can't start sketches on curved surfaces. The system doesn't know what to do with that. However, you can start it on flat surfaces that are in tangent to the line. Here's what I'm going to do. Over here is a command that says plane. I'm going to click it. There's a bunch of different options you can do: offset, point plane, line angle, normal point plane, 3-point plane. I'm going to do offset. What that means is you pick another plane and you just go to the side of that one. So I'm going to pick from over here, I'm going to pick the right side one. You can actually click it there or over there. Either one works. And go on, select, there we are. And it asks how far I want to go. If I want it to go and touch the edge, I know that I made it 1.5 inches wide. And that would, if I look from on top, that plane goes and touches the edge of the mug, and I could totally make a serviceable mug doing that. However, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to go out an extra 1/4 of an inch and start my drawing a little bit farther out from the edge of the mug. So if I look from the top, my plane is sitting out there, hanging out in midair. I'm going to start a sketch on there. Look at it face on. I am going to make a circle that's about 1/2 inch. Actually, let's I'll do this and then I'll put some dimensions on it. 0.5. So the whole thing is about 4 inches tall. I want this to be about 1 inch down from the top. So I'm gonna, no, it's not cooperating with the top. But we can do this line right here. We'll go 1 inch. If it's not exact, it's fine. Actually, I'll do 3/4 of an inch. Make up for that amount that's up there. And I want this centered, so I'm going to make a horizontal line. This is what we're going to revolve around. So we're just going to do another revolve to get the handle in. And this one I want it to be halfway. So I'm going to go here to here, and that would be about 2. Actually, we'll do 1.875, which will actually put it in the middle to give up the 1/4 of an inch I've lost on the top and the bottom. And you finish the sketch, and you got this circle hanging out here with a weird line there. Though it looks kind of like a Minion cup now, it's not what we're going for. We're going to do another revolve. We're going to select that circle there, and the revolution axis. We're going to select that line there. And there we are. Looks a little weird. Let's cancel that. Let's go and let's edit that sketch. We'll go back into Sketch 2. Just double click there. I'm going to go back and change this to let's go with 1.25. No, that's too much. Let's go back to 1. Let's go back to my original thought. 1. Try that again. Revolve. Select the axis of rotation. There we go. That looks like that looks like a good mug length. And we say okay, and it looks like we're done, right? Oh, hold on a second. Let's look at it from the top. Most mugs don't have the handle extruding into that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make another sketch. We are going to do this sketch here on the bottom of the mug. I'm going to make a circle starting in the center. I'm going to go until it reaches the edge there. So I've got a circle for the interior of the mug. Actually, can I do this? Oh well, I'll do this. Probably going to get rid of my fillet. Not the end of the world though. So if I right click, I can change my view a little bit. I'm going to select extrude, and I'm going to select that circle I just drew. Oh, I think it brought it in. Let's see if I can select this circle. No. Oh, maybe. Got too many circles. There we go. I think I got the right circle. And I want to extend it up 4 inches. Okay. And it's going out. Now, if I hit OK right now, it should just fill in the mug, which is not what I want. I'm just going to go over to extrude one and double click on that to change it. What I want is actually I want to remove everything that's on the inside there. So I'm going to click remove. And okay. Now, when I look, I can see the parts where the revolution would be. My fillet is pretty much gone, but oh well. They try to make it square in there. Realistically, that's hard. I can go in and do this. Fill it between here and here. Let's do 0.125. There we go. My fillet is back. I decided to do it as an after effect because realistically, it's hard to make 90-degree angles, particularly when you're working with clay. If you took ceramics last year, you would know. It's hard to make 90-degree angles. Perfect ones, at least, particularly on the inside of mugs. All right, and there we are, mug. And it doesn't extend on the inside. All right. Right click here, export to the STL. You might even want to give it a name like mug. So you're not doing just a whole bunch of the same name over and over again and overwriting your old stuff. And you would attach that and you would be done for the week. All right.